What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of Rebel Roundtable, the first official podcast of Rebel Sports Network here at UNLV. I'm your host, Maia Palacios, here with my co-host, Thomas Gobbo. So sorry.
Just mispronouncing my name. And we've been doing this for a semester and a half already.
Oh, if you want to talk about that, no, yeah, we're going to go. This is take 3 of this episode, guys.
Yeah, take 3. But,
and I said it right every other time.
Yeah, back. Excited to bring you the content as usual.
You don't seem excited.
Special guest with us. Go ahead, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Ariel Meza, producer of the Huddle, and I'm excited to finally be on the podcast. Got ghosted last time.
No, you didn't.
I'm Maia Perez. I'm the host of the Huddle, and yes, I'm happy to be here.
Yes. So, the Huddle was one of the first shows of Rebel Sports Network. It was actually like the pre-first show, but we'll get into that backstory in a little bit. But first, let's get into our UNLV Athletics, who had yet another eventful week. And we'll start off with golf. Our men are currently competing at the Southern Highlands Collegiate in Las Vegas. They started competing yesterday for us, which was Sunday, and they'll be competing until Tuesday. So by the time this episode comes out, we'll already have the results.
You guys ever golfed?
Mm-hmm. My dad golfs all the time, or used to golf all the time. He used to drag me along, and make me play. I don't like it that much.
Oh. Really? I like golfing. I used to golf when I was little, and then recently, but not that much.
Mini golf.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun. But yeah, our women were competing at the Westbrook Invitational in Peoria, Arizona, and they ended up tying for 7th. And if Peoria sounds a little familiar, that's where they are currently competing, some of the MLB teams, for spring training.
And the WBC starts on Thursday. Hopefully USA can bring home gold just like USA Hockey did. Guys, what do you guys think? Are they gonna bring home gold?
No. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the Huddle. Everyone else thought USA. I don't know why they weren't really saying Japan. I think Japan's still the favorite.
I would have just assumed Japan.
But I said I think Mexico's a little bit of an underdog, just like a couple of years ago. They really, in my opinion, were the finalists between them and Japan, and USA got force-fed into the finals for the views and the money, but that's neither here or there.
I know, I understand that theory about...
But, I mean, they are a super team. I said this on the Americans always put together Avenger-level squads when it comes to national sports.
Everything,
right? Besides soccer. Terrible at soccer, but men's, not women's. Women's soccer is great. Men's soccer.
I don't know anything about soccer.
I just know Christian Pulisic, that's it.
Terrible, I hate him. He's like the one player I cannot stand.
Okay.
And there's some few, but yeah.
So about that Mexico team.
Can you even name 3 players?
Yeah. Rosarena, that counts. That's my favorite player, Rosarena. Then there's Alejandro Kirk. World Series talent. Just went to the World Series. Right?
Didn't win.
Okay. He played against
another Avenger level team.
Could probably beat the USA team. So
real.
Right. That's like more than Avengers. That's like Doomsday level, dude. And then was that only 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other
there's an Urias, not the one that I actually know because he's
canceled.
No more. We can't talk about him. He's bad. But there's another Urias that does play for Mexico. And there's a few good talent. They're not bringing their best squad that they could. I see a lot of people complaining, especially with the whole insurance thing going on, right? We talked about it. Who was it? For the pitcher for the Tigers? Right?
Screwball.
Yeah, Screwball.
I think it's him. He's only pitching 1 game for the U.S. And then Denzel.
Yep.
So, yeah. Crazy stuff coming up.
Kind of weird for these major pitchers. Like, obviously you hear Screwball, you're like, oh yeah. For them to be like, no, only 1.
Yeah,
because they can't risk their arms for the.
Well, yeah,
it's money. The clubs don't want to let them, and this is what I talked about. Like, you see a lot in other sports, especially like soccer, because they consistently play international games. Even basketball with the Olympics, but baseball is not much of a. Only recently has it become like a national or international competition, and I feel like the WBC is bigger now than it ever was. But so they're not used to having to play club and international, and their club teams are not ready yet to be like, okay, you can go play.
Yeah.
They don't, especially for pitchers.
Yeah, given Tarek Scooble's arbitration negotiation stuff, where he won his arbitration, he's getting paid $31 million, but that's only 1 year. He's not locked in long term on a contract, and this year is going to be a contract year for him, so he's probably going to perform well to make the bag.
Yeah, slap me a
we'll
band, bro.
Yeah,
Not even that, just with the injuries alone, just the Dodgers alone last season had their whole injury list. So I understand.
And we still won.
How do you feel about that?
not even going to get into it right
All
now.
right, yeah. We'll revisit that next season. But yeah, moving on to our UNLV swim. We talked about the women last week, but this week the men competed at the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championship. And you're going to hear these names, and I'm probably not going to pronounce them all right, but there's going to be one name that shows up in 4 of these gold medals. I ended up winning 6 total. This is what Safari says to pronounce the name as. We have Potkitar, Schneider, Perez, and Huey. They won the 4th consecutive gold medal for the 200 medley relay for the school, pool, and the MPSF record.
Clap it up.
Those are some
Congrats.
tough names.
What?
Those are tough names. Potkitar?
Yeah,
Guitar, Schneider.
and I only typed out the pronunciation. I didn't even try with the regular written because it would be another. We got lights turning off
That's
everywhere,
how long-
It's a
guys.
crazy episode.
That's how long we've been in here. 3rd take. Anyway, moving on. We have
Wait. I mentioned one thing on the first take. I gotta mention it again. Lana Yamagata. Shout out Lana Yamagata, guys. What a goated name.
Say the fun fact.
So, Lana Yamagata has, I think it was actually 12 letters in her name. Lana Yamagata. 10 or 12. And
12.
every other letter is an A. Lana Yamagata. That's a goated name.
Moving on to some more goated names because again, there's one that sticks out the most to me. Actually, two names that become very repetitive. Actually, a lot of these names are pretty repetitive. But we have Diermeyer, Huey, Potkitar, and Perez who won gold in the 200 free relay. Potkitar won gold in the 100 back. Potkitar, Schneider, Bellflower, and Huey won gold in the 400 medley relay. Ian Bellflower won gold in the 200 fly, breaking a 35-year-old school record. And then Bryson Huey won gold in the 50 free. I don't remember the exact time, but I know he got like 19 seconds.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 19 seconds in, swimming.
Flying in the pool.
For 50 meters, that's kind of wild. I don't even know if I could get through 50 in like 30 seconds.
I don't think I could do it.
Let's see it.
In a minute.
I think I could.
You can do it?
I think I could too.
I don't think I could. I'm not a good swimmer. I can barely
I'm decent. I'm a decent
It
swimmer.
depends on the type of stroke. Like if it's
I can only
backstroke,
like
backstroke
I
is
can't
good.
do
Oh, you're lying.
Like
doggy paddle.
Doggy paddle.
No, all I got is-
I could backstroke.
Yeah, backstroke's probably my favorite stroke.
What? That's the
Yeah.
Butterfly?
No,
Can you do
that's-
butterfly.
No.
Butterfly?
Not good. Not
I
good.
used to train
Train?
water polo. I used to do water
no.
polo.
Oh.
You look like you do water polo.
Why are you have you seen guys who play water polo? They're ripped.
yeah.
I think water polo
Well,
might be the hardest
yeah.
sport.
Oh.
I don't I don't think that's a hot take.
They-
I think that's pretty.
Yeah, they like kick each other under the water. Like they're ruthless under the water.
Yeah, you know what? Because you
Terrible.
hear people saying, "Oh, you gotta run back and forth in basketball and soccer. Oh, you're getting kicked in soccer. Oh, you're getting hit in football. You're getting all that in the pool swimming
Pool,
in water
all that
polo."
Water resistance,
With
can't
no
move.
pads, no
And-
nothing.
Oh, you're so.
So-
right.
And they're like fighting each other under the. As soon as they go into the water,
Wait.
ref can't see that.
And they,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
Haymakers.
do,
And they have
so
to
the ref doesn't
breathe.
Go underwater, huh?
And then
No.
come on, Blue.
And they gotta like cut all their nails so that they can't
They
like
can't
scratch each other.
Mm-hmm. They're mean,
I never.
This is ruthless.
and they throw that ball hard.
Yeah.
Shout out all the people that do water polo. Dang.
We could not. Well,
No.
Ariel probably could.
I used to be, yeah. I actually used to be a bowling champ too. But we kinda-
What in the world is this lore?
Okay.
Never knew any of this.
Alright.
But yeah, Huey and Bellflower are automatically being sent to the NCAA championships in Atlanta. And that was our 6th gold for UNLV. So
Congrats, guys.
wishing luck to Huey and Bellflower. Now moving on to our UNLV track, we have our very own Maia Perez here to discuss a little bit about the Mountain West Indoor Championships.
Yes, okay, guys. So, I'll tell you. So, okay, actually, track is actually pretty hard for UNLV because we have, in the Mountain West, we have all these other big schools. So, the biggest one I'd say is probably Boise. And so, if you did look at the stats, you'd see Boise takes it first, like, every time. And then also, the New Mexico Lobos also take. Well, actually, I don't know if they're the Lobos, but they are for basketball, so. And then, are they?
Oh, what are they, the Lady Lobos?
Oh, right, okay. And then on top of that, we only have a women's track team, so we can't even compete in men's. But on that note, our team finished 10th with 32 points, and that was out of like 12 or 14. But we actually did have some notable people. We had JC Wright, she's a sophomore, and she took second in the 60 hurdles. And you have to do prelims before you can do finals. And in prelims, she got a 8.46, and then she shaved off 0.26. No, 0.2. Yeah.
And it might not seem like a lot,
hard.
but
that's a lot.
Numbers for track numbers is pretty good.
They were just talking about that guy at the combine, that lineman.
Yeah.
He's like 7 foot tall. Like he's huge, and he shaved off like I think less than that actually, but still everyone that's super impressive. And then you got the haters in the comments like that's not that fast. I can run that fast. I'm like, bro,
no, you can't.
Okay, you're half his size first of all. This is huge, and he's running. Bro,
there was a bulldozer and knock you down. And
if I see him running at me, I'm moving to the side.
Same thing with Jordan Davis that plays for the Eagles. He's like, damn near 400 pounds and like 6'8", and he's running like 4'8". That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm getting out of the way if I see that.
Oh, and then finally we had one of our shot put people. They threw 17.09 meters. She's a senior. I don't know how to say her name.
Krishna,
yeah, the record breaker, 3-time record breaker.
With her.
We are familiar with Krishna. We should try and get her on. Can you imagine?
I got an interview with her.
She did?
Really
nice. Oh, then we gotta get her.
Got her on the show last week. Yeah, shout out Krishna.
Did you guys know about her?
Yeah.
What she did? Yeah. That's wild.
And then go ahead into your lore about how you know so much about track.
So I ran track.
For what school?
Foothill. Here in
I also went to Foothill.
My rival.
I'm from Cali.
Bro went to Coronado.
I did go to Coronado.
Nado.
What events did you run?
I ran the 400, the 800, the 4x4, and the 4x8.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
So you did all longer distance stuff.
The mid distance.
Tell him the impact you left on Foothill. What did Coach Rochelle say about you?
Oh my god.
We actually had the same coach. He was my soccer coach. He should not.
I ran a really bad, I think, junior year. And I wasn't improving at all. So they now call people who, if you don't improve all year but you hold your standing, they call it a Maya year.
Oh.
Well, you left your mark, so.
But you improved senior year, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so
nice.
maybe that's like good luck for them. Like, you're not improving this year, but you'll do great next year.
Yeah, I like to look at it that way.
Yeah, that's what we'll look at it.
Rashek told me, that's the coach. He told me on my senior year when I failed the pacer test. He said, "You're a senior. You know exactly what you're supposed to do." He's like, "Why should I keep you on the team?" And I was like, "You're right." But then I told him. He's like, "Are you even trying?" I'm like, "I'm here, aren't I?" He's like, "All right, you're on the team."
Wow.
Then I made 2 starts and I got taken off. Yeah.
Well, on that note, we'll move on to our UNLV Lady Rebels. They unfortunately fell to Colorado State on the 25th of last week, and they fell 61-77, which I was a little surprised that they lost. Colorado State isn't amazing, but we'll get into that in a minute because they ended up winning against Fresno State, and they won 68-54. Aaliyah Alexander had a season-high 21 points, and Meadow Roland.
Double, no in and out, 17 and 12. 17 points, 12 boards.
Great job, Thomas. Great
job.
I feel like we just gotta assume like almost every game Meadow goes in. Just to know she's getting a double.
Hoping that they can continue this into the Mountain West tournament.
Yep. And Mariah Elohim had 11 points and 4 assists. Shelby Brown celebrated her 1,000th career point after scoring on a free throw, I believe. And then she had 12 rebounds, and they forced 17 turnovers and scored 10 points off of those turnovers. Now moving on to our Runnin' Rebels.
Yeah.
They fell to Grand Canyon University.
Up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. They fell 67 to...
Oh, Lord.
67 to 80. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but I know you guys have seen, I know you've seen, the comment that Coach Passner made after the game. What are your guys' thoughts on that quote?
I just think a lot of people got upset about it, and I did think it was kind of crazy when he said it, because the way Passner's always been in my head is he's so jolly. He's like Ted Lasso, right? Mm-hmm. He's so nice, and it kind of worried me about how jolly he was. So when I heard it, I was kind of glad. I was glad that he finally was like, I don't see behind the scenes too much, but that he's disciplining his team. He's telling them exactly how it is. He's not wrong about what he said. And again, I was thinking maybe he wasn't saying it in a malicious way, that he was saying, like, statistically, this is just the worst team. Maybe he's playing on himself too, like, this is my worst defensive performance in my career. But I understand that it's kind of a bad look too, because you never want to throw your team under the bus. That's a bad look for any coach. It's selfish too, but I don't think he was trying to be selfish or rude. He was just saying it how it is.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely lose a locker room with comments like that, especially when you have a lot of transfer guys that, they think they're, I guess, for quotes, better than everybody else when you transfer somewhere, and then you all try and build a culture being the star player at somewhere else than coming here trying to be the star player over here. But that's not how it works. Everybody's got to do their, like, for football 1/11, for basketball you're 1/5. So
yeah,
but and I understood the comments, like he was in the heat of the moment, but I don't know how I felt about that.
I don't think the team took it too poorly though. It doesn't seem
no, because they came back and won against Reno. So
maybe they took it exactly the way they needed to.
Exactly. I think it worked.
Yeah.
Because they looked much better against Reno.
But yeah, saying that, your team, that, your coaching staff has put in plans for the defense, that's basically saying that your product that you're doing it in practice is not that good too. You're saying that, your team's not good defensively. You're saying that, my coaching product is not that good also. So
yeah.
But it also could have been clipped wrong. We only saw the, 20 seconds?
Right, we never heard the question, so the question could have been worded differently. Or
the question could have been fishing for it.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens.
Because even the game before that, I know that in the post-game press conference, he mentioned something about typically my teams are a little bit better defensively, and I feel like that was a better wording for it. But depending on the question, which we don't hear, they could have most definitely been fishing for exactly what he said. But
these are the reporters trying to do everything for some clicks, some likes.
These reporters, as we're all trying to get into this job.
But let's not act like what he said was wrong, because that game they blew. They blew it at the end in the fourth quarter because of the defense.
Right.
They blew it in the end, but they also blew it in the beginning because they don't come out as energetic or as strong as they need to.
Started 4 of 24 shooting from the field.
Yeah.
So that'll.
That's
that'll
been a
leave
problem
you
with them all season too. Just coming out flat and having to play catch up. That's what he's been talking about.
Yeah. But they do good in the second half.
Yeah.
Coming back, it's just having a better. If you start better, you're ultimately in these games and competitive.
If they had the same start in the first half as they did in the second half, I think there's no question that a lot of these games and a lot of these losses have been close. Maybe not the GCU one, but Colorado State was close. So I know that if they came out as strong in the second half, they're in the first half, then I think that half these losses would not be losses.
We've seen that this team can beat anybody, but they can also lose to anybody. That's why they sit, right in the middle at 15 and 14 now.
Exactly. It makes no sense to me that they can go and beat Utah State
in Logan.
And then lose to
Colorado State at home.
Come on.
But then stay at home and beat
It's
Reno.
a consistency issue.
Yeah.
It's not a talent issue. It's just being consistent.
Beat GCU at home, then lose to
GCU on the road.
Right, but then have a close game against San Jose State, where they only won by 5, and San Jose State is second to last. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's very confusing.
But we know they got talent, right?
Right.
Yeah. We'll get into that right now. Because on the 28th, which was Saturday, they ended up competing against Maya. Say who they competed against.
The Pack of Puppies up north.
The
They suck.
Puppies up north. They suck.
They suck.
Yeah, we hate them.
And for all my friends at UNR, y'all
suck.
We hate you.
What do they do? Where?
Wolf down. Let's go.
Wolf down.
Like, what's his name? Oh my God, I forgot. Not Jaden Thomas. On the football team, the wide receiver. He did it when I went to Reno. He was throwing a wolf down to the fans like crazy.
Well, they ended up winning in overtime. They won 85-83 in one of, if not the best, not just UNLV basketball, but like UNLV athletic games that I've ever seen.
100%.
And yeah, Jacob Benarbi had 15 points, Tyron Jones had 12, and got sick in, what was it, the second half?
Yeah, but he was sick even before this game. Ever since he got back from Air Force, he's been...
Well, he's been sick, but he got sick.
No, yeah, I think it was in the first half because I was out there. I wasn't out there on the second half until the end of the game, and I was sitting on the side, and he just ran right behind me. I was wondering why, and then I found out later he went to go
hurl
some chunks.
Yeah, hurl up some chunks, but came back and made two of the best plays late in the game.
But we'll get there in a second because Howie Fleming Jr. had 12 rebounds coming off of not the GCU game, but what was it, Air Force, where he had that triple-double?
Yes, 10, 10, and 10 with no turnovers.
And then probably, I'm not even going to say probably, the star of that game, Dre had the Mountain West leading scorer points with 42 points.
Mountain West Player of the Year, book it.
100%.
Book it.
Well, we'll insert a clip of that because Pastor discussed that in his media avail that if it was on any other team that was a little bit better at winning, no questions asked, Dre would be Mountain West Player of the Year. But there's still a little bit of controversy considering that UNLV is, what, 7?
Yeah.
I believe 7.
I mean, they are 15 and 14, one game above.
That's exactly
one game above 500.
And it wasn't just it was multiple players that have been sick. We said Fleming was also sick. I think Fleming is the one who said he's been sick
the post game,
since
Air Force,
which I said it might be frat flu, but it might also be elevation sickness.
Yeah.
Because a little more lore of me here. I used to live in Colorado for school. And you do get sick.
About that.
You do get sick when you get out there. Yeah. I mean, Mile High it's a mile, but mile's not that much compared to some other cities in the world. But you still get it. You get sick for that first week, and maybe it just carried on, and then you got sick again when you got back. So,
yeah, I was gonna say when you came down to Vegas, did you notice a difference, or like were you still like when you got lower in the altitude?
Right.
Bro, like
well, when I moved out to Colorado to Denver, I got sick, and then everyone I knew who wasn't from there got sick. And then, maybe I did get sick when I came back too. So you
had to
sick there and then sick back. Yeah, I had to deal with it twice. So
yeah, but
you got to take into account that they're doing also running and conditioning too with practice. So that's even worse.
Definitely a back and forth game.
Flu game for him.
Yeah, but Walter Brown gave UNLV the lead, 83-80 with the layup, and then Rollison, I don't know, tied the game for UNR. It doesn't matter because we won anyway. But then Tyron, in overtime, made the winning layup and then deflected a pass to send the ball out with 3.9 seconds left.
Yeah, he doesn't make that play, though, without the pass from Howie Fleming.
Yes.
He's throwing the ball 40 feet down the court and, making it easy for Tyron Jones to get the one-on-one against a much smaller defender to lay it up and in. Got us the win.
I was actually...
Yeah.
Dog. I was actually a little bit surprised, though, because Emmanuel Steffen didn't play at all. Al Green only got in overtime, I believe, right? Or to save Dre in the end of the second half. But I just kind of wondering why, like, almost everyone was in foul trouble at some point.
Yeah. People asked him why, you went with the shortest rotation of the year. He was just like, he knows the intensity of this game, and he's put the players in the game that honestly deserved it and put in the most work. So
it worked out.
Yep.
Do we have a clip of that?
Maybe. If not, it'll be in right now.
But yeah, moving on to UNLV softball. They competed at the ASU and GCU Classic, and on the 27th, they competed against UC Riverside and Arizona State, unfortunately falling in both. But then on the 28th, they won both games. They played Eastern Illinois and won 9-0. Natalie Turner with a solo home run in the third. Kiana Chavez with a double to extend the lead to 3-0. Rachel Cook with a solo homer in the fifth to get the lead to 4-0. And then...
Of course.
Bree Williams! Never met the girl, but I'm already...
Get her on.
I'm already... Yeah, we'll have to try. It's just a little...
now she could have MLB teams calling her, by the way she's hitting.
Yeah, I feel like every time we report on her...
Dodgers.
Bree Williams.
Home run.
Dodgers acquire Bree Williams. But yeah, she had a 2-run homer and extended that lead to 6-0. And then in the 6th inning, they got the run rule win because they got 3 more runs, and then they ended up winning 9-0. Then later on in the day, they played UC Riverside and won 5-2. Kiana Chavez with an RBI single, leading 1-0 in the first. And then top of the second, they scored 4 more after 2 hits and a Highlanders error. And then UCR got 2 runs in the second, but it doesn't even matter because both teams ended up being scoreless after that, and they won 5-2. And then they played on Sunday against Wisconsin and lost 0-8. But
it's all right.
That's okay. Because, moving on to our Hustlin Rebels, my probably favorite team.
Yeah, without a doubt, your favorite.
Yeah, my favorite team. But it's just because I'm, like, close with all of them, so I've, like, got that maternal instinct over them, you know? But yeah, on the 24th, they played against Western Michigan, and they won 9-5. Really quick. I will be asking you guys your stars of the weekend. Well, I guess week for UNLV baseball because it kind of extended over the whole week. Last week, I had Drew Berrigan, Aiden Garcia, Jaden Sanchez, and Nin Burns II, and you had...
Nin Burns, Marcos Rosales.
Fish.
And... Huh?
His nickname is Fish. Jack Salmon.
Oh, yeah, Jack. That's right, yeah.
So, going back to the Western Michigan game, Johnny Rodriguez had a solo homer in the second, and then they had a 5-run third inning. Like I said last week, these guys love to score.
Just casually.
Casually, yeah. Marcos Rosales with an RBI double, Aiden Garcia with a sac fly, Drew Berrigan with an RBI single, and then Rodriguez again with a 2-run double, giving the Hustlin Rebels a 6-0 lead in the third.
Are you guys thinking about coming to a UNLV baseball game? Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think they're having a giveaway. Oh, it'll already be too late. But they're having a giveaway, I believe, tomorrow. They're giving like a vintage pennant. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Pennant, yeah.
Pennant? Yeah.
What time's the game at?
6:05.
I will be appearance.
Go before the basketball game.
I
got
another soccer game, but
At what time?
6.
Yeah, then Western Michigan scored in the 5th, but Drew Berrigan homered again.
Sorry, that was my foot.
Homered again. So the score was now 7-1. And then the Broncos scored 4. But it's okay, because Jace Evangelista came in to relieve LJ Manning and closed out the win. I might have an interview clip with them after that game, and it was with Jace and Johnny, but remember I was talking about the chemistry on that team?
Yeah.
So I think it was Jace and Johnny in the front, and then I want to say Jacob Gomberg, Reggie Bussey, Tate Foxon, and someone else. I don't remember the fourth. They were like in the back, like messing with them and like putting the towels on his head, and like I think Reggie started barking at one point. That'd be a fun clip if I could.
Barking?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. No, like he was like. Like.
All right.
I'm telling you, these guys just have fun.
That's just team chemistry.
I'm telling you, I think this team.
That's just, and you know what? I think baseball players are the. How do I put this nicely? The weirdest.
No.
And closest, but like
yes.
they're the weirdest of all. Because
yes.
in high school, a lot of people make fun of soccer players, especially in the U.S. But baseball teams I've heard around Las Vegas are crazy.
Guys, I think I saw 2 of them kiss in the first week.
Yep.
Not like on the mouth, but like I think he tried to go like on the cheek. Yeah, they're very close. I was gonna say that I think baseball, and specifically here, like UNLV baseball has probably the best chemistry of any of the teams that I've seen.
Yeah.
Just from like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say an outsider perspective, because when I'm at the games, like we're in the well and you could just look in the dugout and you can hear them like all joking with each other. Mm-hmm. It's just really fun to see, but it's also more fun they just keep winning.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes for a winning culture if all you guys are close and have great teammate chemistry. So keep being weird as it'll keep leading to win. So
as we're talking, I'm starting to realize like our athletics are pretty good besides I'm not gonna say they're not good, but like of the top sports, women's basketball is good, softball is good, baseball is good, football is good.
Sounds like you're missing one team.
And then basketball, it's just they're
I feel like they're good. It's
talent.
just their record doesn't make
reflect. But it's funny considering our school all time is known for basketball, men's basketball. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny that we're on the come up. It's good that we're on the come up with all these.
Yeah, especially after that UNR game.
Everybody else described it a first-year rebuild for UNLV, and then 15 and 14. So
you can't expect them to come in, especially coach, to come in first year and a bunch of new transfer players. You can't expect them to come in and win every game. Like that's just not going to happen. And that's exactly what he said when we interviewed him last. Was that, in his words, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Like, we need the students.
And he also said that the Mountain West is underrated as a league.
Oh,
for
definitely.
Basketball. It's a good basketball league. And
he said he's coached in the ACC, the MAC, the American Conference. Yeah, he did say it twice. He was clip farming.
He's always clip farming.
But yeah, he coached in the ACC, and who's in the ACC? Duke, North Carolina, Clemson. Just other top-tier basketball programs, but he said this is a very good competitive conference, and
they just need the fans. Coach said it.
They need the fans.
The MVP of the Reno game is the fans.
Right.
And Dre also said after, if you like that game, how can you not want to come watch
Exactly.
more? So we gotta get out there, guys, and go watch some basketball.
Right, support the Rebels, as they'll be having home games in the Mountain West tournament next week.
Yeah.
So
But guys, going back to the Hustlin Rebels. Don't roll your eyes, bro. Let me tell you the score.
And go to the Hustlin Rebels.
And go to the Hustlin Rebels games.
Let's start going.
Thank you. But on the 25th, they competed again against Western Michigan, and they won 16-1.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I was there for that. It was like I left by like the third inning. They were already winning 10-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
my guy Nin Burns had a home run. I mean, he crushed that ball.
Yeah, but that was the game that like the first 2 innings were like kind of boring, and then me and Will left and went to go to class, and then had to come back 45 minutes later, and there's a 10-run lead.
Right when you guys leave, all the action starts piling up.
Maybe you're bad luck.
No, I work most of the games, and they win almost every other game.
Okay.
Not too much. Anyway, Johnny Rodriguez had a 2-run RBI single in the first, and then they had a crazy second inning that I was not there for, but
I was there.
We know.
One half of Rebel Roundtable was there.
It was a crazy second inning.
Drew Berrigan, the name that I feel I'll be saying a lot this season, had a 3-run homer. Casually.
Yeah.
And then who followed?
Nin Burns the second.
Yeah, how'd you only remember Nins?
I mean, he might have hit that to Arizona. That's how. I don't think anybody could have forgotten about that. But yeah,
you can't forget Drew's 3-run.
Yeah, I don't know. A solo homer has like a lot more aura, I guess. I don't know.
Then 3-run homer.
Yeah.
Clip that.
Cause what do you mean
a solo home run? You're the only one running around the bases, and you're like.
I guess, but you score more with the 3-run.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying for aura purposes, I guess. I don't know.
No.
Well, obviously you want to hit a grand slam.
Right.
So it's either like a solo home run or a grand slam.
But like a 3-run is closer to a grand slam, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. For aura purposes.
I see what
I feel like you're still aura farming because you're like, like you're the guy who brought these other guys home.
Right. Like you're running around the bases, you see these 2 guys at home waiting for you.
Like if it was like you're the only one, but like it was an infield home run, and you're just fast and like beat.
Which I think Nin could do.
That might be that might be more aura, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think you're alone on that one.
I don't care. I'm staying on business.
I'm gonna say the 3-run homer got it for me. They extended the lead 7-0 in the second inning. Yeah, and then Western Michigan got their 1 run in the third. 1. And then Jaden Hurdle and Reggie Bussey had RBIs and aggressive base running that extended the lead 11-1. And then Fish, Jack Salmon, RBI single, Gavin Taylor with a 2 RBI double, Nicky Garatino with a RBI walk, and then Cooper Chef with a sac fly, ending the score at 16-1. run rule in the 7th.
So they put 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions on Western Michigan.
Yikes.
That is rough. Yeah. That should never. I'm not gonna say never or should happen, but keep it happening for UNLV.
Keep it happening, yeah.
Yeah, keep it happening for UNLV baseball.
Should it happen for Western Michigan? No, but are we glad that it did?
Yeah.
But moving on to Santa Clara, they had a 3-game series against Santa Clara. They went up to Santa Clara, and
what a series, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're highly doubted in this series, going to Santa Clara and got the win.
Got the series win 2-1. The first game they won 5-4, and what name? What name?
Drew Berrigan.
Yep, thank you. With a 2-run homer in the first. And then Santa Clara got an RBI double and a home run, then 2 more RBIs to get the score to 4-2. But I feel like I haven't really said this name much this season yet, but Gavin Taylor with a 2-run homer to tie the game and send it into extra innings.
In the bottom of the 9th, right? 2 outs?
Yeah, bottom. Yep. Like, it was the top of the 9th. But this was their last attempt to get the game going again. Mm-hmm. And then Jace Evangelista held the Broncos, and Johnny Rodriguez, another familiar name, with an RBI double to win in the 10th. What are you going to say now about the 2-run homers? Are those not as much aura? Are those not as much?
It doesn't matter when it's 16-1.
Negative
True.
aura.
No, is it no aura?
A lot more now.
No, is it no aura because they both hit it?
A 2-run homer in the top of the 9th, obviously to tie the game, is more aura.
So Drew's didn't have aura, just
Depending
Gavin's?
on the situation, yeah.
Bro's a Drew hater.
No, I'm not.
What's the beef, bro?
What's the beef?
I guess, bro.
Let me call him Drew.
I'm gonna tell Drew after this.
All right.
Anyway, moving on to the second win against Santa Clara, where they won 8-5. Cooper Chef delivered a bases-clearing double that gave UNLV the early lead at 3-0, and then Gunnar Myro had an RBI single for Chef to score 4-0. But I think those were separate innings, so I don't know how Chef got on base again. He just back-to-back innings. Yeah, Aura? Is that one Aura?
Is that Aura?
I guess, yeah.
And then the Broncos scored on a triple and RBI double, and then scored 2 more to make the score 4-3. But then Aiden Garcia with a 2-run homer, making the score 6-3 in the 5th. Then Santa Clara scored 2 more, but that's all they could get. And Jaden Hurdle hit an RBI single with bases loaded and allowed Drew and Johnny to score, making the final score 8-5. And then unfortunately they lost the last one 5-3, but at that point
doesn't matter, they already got the series.
Yeah, they got the series win, so
we ignore the losses here. I just
no, we recognize the losses and learn from it.
Amen.
But if we win, we'll talk about the wins.
Duh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
we gotta make content somehow.
Ignore the losses.
Okay, I think I have 3 or 4 against Stars of the Weekend.
I have 1.
You have 1? Okay, who do you have?
There was a lot of names, but I stuck with Johnny Rodriguez.
Hey, look at that. But I have a completely random reason, so you go first.
I like the way his name sounds.
Oh, mine is exactly because of the name, but it's because the LV Lights, their star player is also named Johnny Rodriguez. So I just recognize the name. I'm like, I like this guy, and I've seen him on social media a lot. He's been going off a little bit. So
none of his performance, just his name, or
yeah, but performance-wise,
yeah.
Let's go with
this Nin guy you keep talking.
I was thinking Nin because apparently he has more aura.
Guys,
what about Drew?
Drew, where is Drew?
I got a Drew, but he's been hating. So
yeah.
So you have 3?
Drew Berrigan, I guess I hate you.
I was gonna ask him if he wanted to come on.
Yeah, I guess I
Drew,
I don't like him. I don't know.
We don't hate you.
They created the narrative that I don't like you.
If you want to get on the huddle, we don't hate you. We'll invite Miley because she's a fan, but Thomas will not be there.
I don't know.
So Johnny Rodriguez for Maya, Johnny, Nin, and Drew for Ariel.
Yes, let's go with that.
Drew Berrigan first, so she doesn't kill me. Marcos Rosales and Johnny Rodriguez. He's a good first baseman.
Mm-hmm. I left out pitchers, unfortunately, last week, so I'm going to say Jace Evangelista with that fun little interview at the end of that first game, and then he saved 2 games. So I'm going to give it to Jace Evangelista, Drew Berrigan, Johnny Rodriguez, And, of course, we just got to give it to Nin.
Yeah, how about the starting pitcher last week against Western Michigan, the 16-1 game? I know he pitched 5 innings. Oh, my goodness.
Yates.
Yes.
Yates Bland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yates Bland.
He'd be my 4th.
I honestly think they could have let him go 6 innings, would have been the first pitcher for the UNLV season to get to 6 innings. But I understand why they didn't take it, or why they did take him out. Don't know if you guys have noticed, but UNLV baseball has a stacked pitching lineup. They got absolutely rocked with their roster. So, I mean...
Give them all a star.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be a consistent, these starting pitchers are going 5 innings, and then you bring in these star relief pitchers, I can't complain, especially if they're getting wins like this.
Yeah. Shout out Yates Bland, though. Going 6, only allowing 1 run, I believe. Or no. Didn't even allow a run.
I don't think he allowed a run. Oh, no, they did. They got their 1 run in the 3rd, I believe.
Yeah. So, allowed the 1 run, but only a couple hits. And I believe 6 strikeouts, I think. But, yeah.
Now, moving into some upcoming home games. There's a lot of games this week, so we got to stick with the home. By the time this comes out, it'll be Wednesday. So, Tuesday has the baseball versus Northern Colorado, and that'll go into Wednesday. And then men's basketball has their senior night against Utah State.
Yay.
I mean, are you going to that one to work it?
Probably not. We talked about this situation.
I'm no longer going. Called out.
Okay, I will post pictures. I'm going to go.
I will be supporting from the comment section.
Yeah.
The student section?
The comment section.
Comment section.
I have soccer.
Oh, comment.
I have soccer games.
Oh, that's right.
We have soccer games. But maybe I'll pull up after, actually, because the game's at 8. We'll be done by 9. May catch the second half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully it's another. Hopefully either we're blowing them out or it's a close game, because that was really fun last time.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
I think I definitely lost my voice. Tyrant saw my story and liked
really
it.
Hard
So
not to react on the sideline. Being a reporter.
Bro,
I tried to be very unbiased. I was down there sitting there like.
Yeah, my throat was so
crazy.
raspy after because I just completely lost my voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into Wednesday, we have our Lady Rebels hosting the Boise State things. And then Thursday, Swim will be having their Last Chance Invitational at 4 o'clock, I believe. And then Friday through Sunday, we have our UNLV softball competing and hosting the Red and Black Classic. Mm-hmm. And then on the weekend, our women's basketball will be starting up with their Mountain West tournament.
Yep, senior night Wednesday, and leading into the Mountain West Championship. Hopefully they can win it and do damage in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
But the most important section of this episode, the entire reason that we have our lovely guests with us, I just want to know what kind of was the background getting into starting up the Huddle, because this was like the first show, right, for you, Rebel Sports?
Yeah.
Like even before, yeah.
Yeah, even before Rebel Sports and that. It's kind of funny. So it started almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
It was spring last year.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That's crazy.
I was like, why are you shaking your head? It's spring last year, and I was just thinking I wanted to really, because my dream is to be on this show like First Take, where you get to debate sports. That's how I got into this in the first place, was arguing with my cousin about sports. And then that's when it clicked to me, like, I could do this for a job. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to do something that was more than just packages, where I could show off, ball knowledge, talking sports.
Over a long period of time instead of just like a minute and a half.
Exactly, that too, and debating and putting your opinion out there. So I got some people together. Harrow, original lineup was Harrow, you as the host, Harrow, Kyle, Ethan, Brandon, Johnny, Jordan, Rivera, yeah. So, and a few other people I reached out to. Will Lewin didn't want to do it.
Oh.
So, but we eventually got him on. But yeah, so it started from home, just over the summer. We only did 3 episodes. It was like consistent 3 weeks, and then we stopped. Everyone stopped. They ghosted me.
Yeah.
But it was okay. We got busy. Yeah, we just did it from like a Discord call. I had a really nasty looking graphic. It was not a great graphic. I get it. But it was just the start of it. And then coming back that fall semester, I thought to myself, like, it would be cool if we had like other shows besides Rebel Report at school. But no, I'm not saying Rebel Sports Night was my idea, but it was just perfect timing, because I started hearing over the summer that we might do other shows, and then I was gonna tell Kevin about it, and I was already planning to film it in studio. I already texted him, we were all on board.
Yeah.
And then first day, Kevin announced, "Oh, we're gonna do." Actually, not even first day. I heard it from you that she was gonna announce a Rebel Sportsnet, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, when
can
she
pitch this
announced
show.
that, like, I was ecstatic. I mean,
Yeah, immediately I was like, I should pitch the Huddle for
Yeah.
Rebel Sportsnet. So it was like one of the very first things we pitched, and lucky for me, they loved it. And yeah, it was first episode did pretty good. From there, it's been okay.
I feel like one of the first things that I talked about with you when we were starting our show was the fact that a lot of UNLV sports get kind of overlooked. You hear a lot about pretty much football, basketball.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only things you'll hear about. If you ask a non-sports loving person, probably the only two teams you'll hear about, and that's the reason we started Rebel Roundtable, was to kind of acknowledge and give some light to those teams. And I know that you had a kind of similar reasoning for starting up the Huddle too. So what else do you guys cover?
So yeah, we don't really focus too much on UNLV sports, unfortunately. We definitely should get more into it, but I like to cover more national, even international sports, because that's mostly what I watch, especially football. So yeah, and more than just the sport itself, hot topics in sports, like controversial things sometimes, something someone said, or just very opinionated things. So yeah, that's typically what we cover. Yeah.
So, as the producer, what have you learned over the course of last semester and then leading into this semester? Like, what have you learned work-wise? Like, the effort you've been putting in?
Yeah,
like,
preparation.
Preparation, for
Prepping, I'm still terrible at it, but getting ahead of it. Thinking,
like,
yeah, planning. It's not easy to come up with topics, especially now that football's done. Like, football's my main sport, so now I've kind of put together a team that helps me out. I have the basketball guys, my hockey guys, Kyle and Nate. So they always pitch ideas to me, what they want to talk about. But also being creative, having fun with it. I learned a lot of editing, of course. But yeah, my process for producing it is every week, right when the last episode ends, I think, all right, what are we talking about next week? What's coming up? What's big? Like this week, UFC what is it? UFC like 3 something.
3.
Harold would know, but yeah, I'm okay. Harold would love to talk about this, so I planned weeks ahead. Like, let's talk about UFC this week. Next week we just talked about World Baseball Classic last week. So when there's something big that's not always going on, definitely looking ahead to that. Writing it down, then making the graphics for it, putting in a rundown. Yeah, just every little. I've learned that there's so many little things that go into producing a show, but it's all fun. It's time consuming, but it's fun.
And then I guess what makes you guys different from like a sport, a first take, or a pardon the interruption, or anything like that? It's a good question, huh?
I would say that we're still learning. Like,
right.
We're not professionals.
Right, you guys are
okay.
students doing this.
Yeah, we're students.
Right.
But we don't have the resources those guys have.
Right.
I mean, they don't got to worry about the graphics, even the show. They just get told not what to say, but
they get on there and talk.
Yeah. They get the research done for them and put in front of them. I'm sure they watch the games, but that's because they don't have 6 classes to do.
Yeah.
These kids are doing these shows for us that help me out. They're balancing 6 classes and still come at 5 or 4 to record on Tuesdays. So huge appreciation to everyone who gets on the Huddle and for any of the shows that we have at Rebel Sportsnet. Maia, what do you do to prepare for the show? You do stuff.
What do I do? So I have to get the topics from you. And
which I send late sometimes.
Yeah, I get them like day of.
Which I will give you them today.
Thank you. And then if I don't know much on the topic, I'll ask the people who are doing the panel. And then they'll give me stuff like the Raptors. We talked about the Raptors last week. So I talked to Whit about that, and he gave me what to say. But I kind of word around. My stuff's pretty corny for hosting. They don't like it, I don't think. I like it.
The other day you said something, and the whole control room went, oh.
But I think that's something that's kind of special about Maia. Is like, even Peralta said that one of the best things, your personality shines through immediately. And I think that's another thing that'll be different from your show versus, like, what was it?
First take.
Yeah. Is that? Do they have girls?
Yeah.
They'll have some females come on sometimes.
I have
with as much personality as Maia.
No.
Not in a bad way. I'm saying it like.
More hate than Maia does. They're equal, but.
Oh my goodness.
Is the hate from you?
Yes, but I will say, with those other shows, it's. Unfortunately, it's pretty much only the host that's a woman.
Yeah.
We've had multiple women on our show.
We've had 2.
No, we have not. We've had Miley, you. I've had Ziana.
I've never debated.
I've had Maddie. Okay, 3. Maddie, Miley, Ziana.
Okay, so 3.
I thought I had.
But still, hey, it's only been like a season and a half.
That was all in season 1, so I gotta get. You're coming on.
I'm coming on later on. But you guys gotta tune in for because, I mean, we're both on. I mean, I know we have our own YouTube, but you guys are also on Rebel Sportsnet, like the YouTube, right?
Yeah, so I don't post on our own YouTube because the first 3 episodes that we talked about earlier were not exactly family friendly for UNLV, so I didn't want to associate them. I think I'm gonna put them on eventually, but yeah.
Just gotta.
Don't watch we'll call that season 0.
Yeah,
that's season.
The preseason.
The
preseason. That would be cute.
The preseason, yeah. So don't watch the preseason, but you can start watching season 1. Season 2 is definitely, but it looks better.
Yeah. And then Maia, you did a lot of reporting stuff first, and then you started hosting Maia's Minute, and then you became the host for the Huddle. Yeah. So what's been kind of like the journey with those, and then what's been the best part about being the host for the Huddle?
So the journey, okay, so really I had to work my way up in Rebel Report by going to the football press conferences at 10 a.m. on Mondays, and I would go to every single one, and then I one day just asked Kevin, can I go to a UNLV football game, and she was like, yeah. And ever since then I just asked Kevin, and I'm like, hey, can I cover this? And she's like, yeah. And then I cover it. That's nice. And then for the show, I noticed that we were missing some things saying when the upcoming UNLV games were, and I never knew when they were, and I was getting a lot of FOMO because I never went to them because I didn't know when they were. So that's when I pitched Maia's Minute to be something, and then they gave me the segment. I've been doing the segment, and that's nice. I'm corny in that too. And then
You're just a cornball.
Oh, okay.
Born on the cob.
Yeah, I was born on the cob, and then that corniness transferred over to hosting. I really wanted to host the Huddle. I came up with the name first of all.
She did come up with the name.
Let's note that.
She did come up with the
Huddle. Yeah, I don't know. Ariel told me that he wanted to do a show. I came up with the name. And then
now you are in charge of social media.
Yeah, and I'm taking a bigger role in that, and I don't know. It's been a journey, but I love it. I love hosting the Huddle. I love being corny. I don't care that they all go,
It's good. It shows well on camera.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we all see on the socials. Like, if I'm clicking through my stories and then it's like the Huddle, like for Friday or whatever, and it's always Maia starting it off, and you're always just like, like you kind of just got to sit there and watch it, and you're just. That's I think the best thing about Maia is that her personality really just kind of traps you, and you kind of want to watch the rest of it, and you guys. And I know who you're talking about, who like will say stuff like, "Oh, like she said that," but it gets the audience. So what's the problem?
Glaze. All
right, bro.
No, but I definitely.
There's the door.
I've been wanting to get Maia more into the actual conversations. Like I wanted, because it's right now pre-recorded and then we splice them in. I want you to be sitting at the desk and arguing with them or interrupting them when they say something crazy. So yeah, we'll work on it.
The future.
Yeah, well, about the future. Any future plans?
Right, I was going to ask you guys as a last question, any goals for this?
I really wanted to get either Palacios or Mullen on the show, or we talked about getting Jet on the show.
Yeah.
Someone from UNLV. I specifically wanted Mullen to talk about, I'm a big Cowboys fan here. So if Mullen actually coached Dak in college, so I wanted him to comment on that, but now the season's over, so maybe we can still get him to talk about the future of the Cowboys or NFL in general. Or Palacios and talk about the NBA, obviously we're going to have them talk about their teams as well. But Mullins actually was on ESPN before he came to UNLV. So
and Palacios was on TV too.
Right. And they both do Red Zone now with Paloma at Fox 5. So I think they'd be great to have, or a player like Jet. And then I've been in contact with the player, first round draft pick from the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
So I know his cousin.
Little sneak peek.
Hopefully.
Maxwell Hairston.
Yep, Hairston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to get some sort of guest. I like how you guys get guests on your show, so that's the goal. And then just getting better with editing, putting more B-roll, putting more graphics, making it more fun. So
Yeah.
that's the big goal, and then getting you two on there pretty soon. So
I mean, we were on last season, so now we gotta get you to tune in for next episode, whenever that'll be.
a couple weeks. We'll do baseball. Yeah.
When the regular season starts up.
Yep.
Should be soon.
And my guy Paul Skene's gonna win the Cy Young again. Hopefully. I hope so.
And the Dodgers will win the freaking World Series.
And
So
we could debate about it on that.
yeah, well, yeah.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and speaking of looking forward, I think that's all we have for you guys this week. Thank you so much to Maia and Ariel to come on our little podcast, who followed the Huddle, of course. Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Tune
having
in on
us.
Friday.
Thank you.
The Huddle comes out
Fridays at 10.
Fridays at 10.
Fridays at
So
10.
tune in right at 10.
Yeah, the view's been struggling, guys. Come on.
It's okay, us too.
Tell the tape is taking over. Yes.
That was such an awkward laugh. Well, I have been your host, Maia Palacios.
And I've been Thomas Gobbo. We'll be continuing to be Thomas Gobbo. And yeah. You guys want to sign us off?
How we do that?
Trevor Lewis just
Whatever you want.
Trevor Lewis went, "Go Rebels."
Go Rebels. Shout out Lana Yamagata, women's golf team. Shout out Drew
Berrigan. Shout out everyone. Shout out all the
Shout out
athletes.
Rebels. Peace out. Shout out Kyle Sparrow.